My name is Giorgio Gaja. I am the candidate of Italy for the forthcoming election to judge of the International Court of Justice. I have been asked to say a few words about my experience as an international lawyer. For many years, my main occupation was that of Professor of International Law at the University of Florence in Italy. In my academic work, the stress was originally on research, but I later developed a keen interest also in teaching. That brought me to try and widen my experiences, and I had the opportunity of teaching in various institutions in Switzerland, in France, and the United States, here at Michigan and later at Columbia. Until 1999, I had relatively few occasions for practicing international law. One of these occasions was as a delegate to the Vienna Conference of 1986 on the law of treaties between states and international organizations or between international organizations. There I served in the drafting committee, which was then chaired by now Judge Onal Casone. A few years later, I was counsel for Italy in the Elsi case before the International Court of Justice. I pleaded before the court, and perhaps I should add that I was also employed as ghostwriter. In 1999, I had the fortune of being elected to the International Law Commission on a casual vacancy. I was then re-elected twice by the General Assembly. My term with the Commission ends this year. It has been a wonderful experience, the highlight of which was elaboration and adoption of the articles on state responsibility, which I consider one of the Commission's main achievements. I took part in the last 3 years of the discussion on state responsibility, also acting in the year 2000 as chairman of the drafting committee, which finalized the provisional versions of the draft articles. Since then, my main work in the International Law Commission has been a special rapporteur on the responsibility of international organizations. First reading of the draft articles was completed in 2009. The second reading may be completed later this year. However, there are many topics that the International Law Commission is dealing with. If I try to recollect my days in Geneva as a member of the International Law Commission, my mind goes first to lengthy discussion on subjects as diverse as aquifers or reservations to treaties in a working group or in a drafting committee where there is no record is taken, but there is a long series of exchanges which at the end seem to be fruitful. The experience in the International Law Commission has been very helpful to my overall formation as an international lawyer. Participating in a collective work with people from different backgrounds, not only geographically and politically, but also because of their being either diplomats or legal advisors or academics, allows one to perceive aspects of the issues under discussion that would escape an individual researcher. Moreover, the emphasis in the work of the Commission is towards finding common ground and trying to build a consensus. The experience of the Special Rapporteur is also a sobering one, because one is a target of continuous criticism, first in a commission, then in the Sixth Committee, and later on in written comments by states, and in my case also by international organizations. All this provides a good cure for a disease which is widespread among academics, who by reason of their profession tend to overestimate their own ideas. My experience as judge ad hoc of the International Court of Justice has been similarly rewarding. I've had the opportunity of sitting in 5 cases, 3 of them still pending. Looking at the court's website, I realized that in the whole history of the court, only one person, Dr. Santiago Torres Bernardes, has been a judge ad hoc in more cases than myself. He was in 6 cases, to be precise. Well, my present wish is to be prevented from equaling his record. In other words, and on a more serious note, I hope to be considered as a suitable candidate in the forthcoming elections to the International Court of Justice.